This is the best blitz defense I have ever used in my Madden career because you can send 3 versus 5 heat, 4 versus 6 heat, and it comes in both directions. So in this video, I will show you how to run every version of this blitz and provide you run defense options for those early downs, as well as show you how I personally run this defense in live game situations versus multiple pro players. Now you can create this blitz from both the dime 1-4 and dime 3-2 formation, but I recommend you do it in the dime 1-4 formation that can be found in the following playbooks. To set up the base engage blitz, what you're going to do is go to your coaching adjustments and ensure your alignment is set to base and auto flip is off. Also ensure cover 4 drop is in your audibles. Then what you're going to do is call the play double safety go and audible to cover 4 drop. Then blitz all your linebackers, zone out your defensive tackle, and grab your right of screen linebacker and hover in the left side B gap. I also recommend you put your user into a zone so you can switch stick. Then on the snap of the football, run straight down and engage with the guard. And what you'll see is that the blitzing linebacker will come in clean through the B gap. Even if your opponent full slides to the left with their pass protection, the blitz will still come in clean. And even if they block their halfback, the majority of the time the linebacker will quickly shed, resulting in a sack anyway. You can also do the exact same thing in reverse and have the blitz come in on the right of screen. And if you really want the blitz to come in clean versus a blocked halfback, you can send the slot corner on the side you're hovering on after you have set everything up. And that will open up a spot for the linebacker to come in clean even when they block their halfback. Now before I get into the next defenses you need to pair this engage blitz with, I want to give a huge shout out to, you already know, the sponsor of today's video and basically our entire Madden season, PrizePicks, the easiest, most exciting real money fantasy game in the world. And they have tons of promos going on, like Taco Tuesday with discounted player projections, Flex Friday with protected lineups, and Demons and Goblins all week long, where Demons are harder to hit projections with bigger payouts, and Goblins are easier to hit projections with lower payouts. This week, I like the Eagles to dominate on the ground and the Washington Commanders to light it up in the air. But the best promo of all is using code SWALLOW to get $50 instantly when you place your first $5 plus in lineups, so check it out in the description down below. Now if your opponent is intent on running the ball on early downs, I highly recommend you run the play cross 3 fire. So instead of audibling to cover 4 drop, you're going to audible to the play cross 3 fire, and you're going to create cover 4 drop coverage by putting both safeties in inside quarters and shading underneath. If your opponent runs the ball to the left, you're going to shoot it with your user. If your opponent runs the ball to the right, the crossing blitzer will take him down. And if they pass the ball, the crossing blitzer will often come in for a sack. And if you're really concerned about the run on early downs, you can use 3-4 odd pinch buck 0 because it will auto shoot shotgun runs, allow you to shoot under center runs, and screams in at the quarterback. The first game I'm going to show you was versus pro player Rage. Now Rage was coming out in the infamous pistol bunch tight end. So we used our run defense from dime 1-4 and looped around with our user to stop any runs from breaking away. When he audibled out of pistol bunch tight end, that's when we switched to the engage blitz from cover 4 drop. So we hummed at him. And because he was afraid of this heat, he threw an early pick to our user when we didn't engage with the line. And on a later drive, Rage audible to find the perfect run to beat the engaged defense. However, his running back stayed opposite of our user and blitzing linebacker, so that when he runs, he's going to run directly into them, so we ended up stopping him for a short gain because of that. Another key weakness of this defense is the seam area, where our user will sit because he's engaged with the line. So we often brought our safeties closer to the middle of the field. So when Rage threw a quick seam, it resulted in a pick 6, and after that, the game was basically over. Our next game was versus a competitive player named Ducker. Now Ducker was in the formation bunch strong offset and bunch strong nasty, but no matter the form he was in, the engage blitz is the perfect defense, resulting in a sack early. And on the first 3rd and long, we simply sent our slot corner because we knew the pass protection he was using wouldn't block him. Surprisingly, he went for it on 4th and long where nothing was open and we got a turnover. And on his first play of his next drive, we started with the cross 3 fire loop to throw him off, resulting in an incompletion. And on second down, we went right back to the engage blitz, but we pulled our user up at the last second, giving us an easy user lurk. And on the drive after that, he started audibling to trips tight end. But unfortunately for him, he still didn't block his halfback, so the engage blitz kept coming in. Now we went back and forth until this key 3rd and 10, where I switched it to my linebacker, who was our zoned out defensive tackle, and that got us a huge pick 6. Now this is a quick tip. To get a linebacker defensive tackle for this defense, what you want to do is have a linebacker at your LE position in your depth chart and swap to the OLB flip package. And after humming at him one more time, he kicked 3 and didn't get the onside, so we ended up clocking the game. The last game that we're going to show is versus pro player JDill. Now he was in the meta trips tight end flex, which provided almost no run threat. So we were basically in the engaged defense all game. And on the first key 3rd down, the blitz screamed at him, resulting in an incompletion. But as he realized it was a good idea to start quick hiking us, I started mixing in the crossfire blitz, which gave us a huge sack on 1st down later in the drive. And on the 2nd down that followed, we ran the engage blitz, forcing him to throw it quickly directly at our defender, which we returned all the way to his red zone. On the next drive, he started blocking his halfback, but even when he did this, the halfback would sometimes dumb out and ignore the blitzer, so the 3-man blitz would still come in. Then he tried to avoid this blitz by stepping up in the pocket, but even that didn't work. And on 4th down, he created a 5 wide alignment. Even though I got stuck on my defensive tackle, we still forced an incompletion and turnover on downs. Now throughout this game, he kept going to trips tight end flex and putting his halfback in motion, effectively making it impossible for him to pick up our 3-man blitz. And on 3rd down, we again forced a quick pass, resulting in an interception and effectively ending the game, where we came out on top 30-14. Now that you've learned the best defense in Madden 25, it's time to learn one of the best offenses. So select any of the videos on screen to start building your personal pro offense.